In Guinea, a humanitarian team fighting the Ebola outbreak has been attacked. The bodies of 7 government health workers and journalists have been found in a remote area in the southeast of the country. They went missing near the city of Nzekore on Tuesday. Well, YOUSSOUF is a journalist based in the capital, CONAKRY, and he says a lot of people are misinformed about Ebola.
In Guinea, most of the people are illiterate, most of the people are not educated, and they are getting the information very wrong. I mean, they say wherever you have MSF, you have Ebola. And these people, the government officials, were there to sensitize them about the Ebola outbreak, about how to take care, about how to wash their hands. So, I mean, the people were there for that when they were attacked by residents of one village. This is not the first time of attacking, especially MSF workers, NGO. I mean, the last time at Masantang and Dekedu, MSF workers were attacked, cars were destroyed, some members and staff of MSF were wounded. I mean, because the people don't believe in Ebola. Most of the people don't believe in Ebola. According to source from Jazeera this evening, they confirmed to me that for them, they don't have no Ebola outbreak in their own district. So they don't want any MSF or any other NGO to come to their town to talk to them about Ebola.
The World Health Organization says the death toll from the Ebola outbreak in West Africa has reached 2,630 and more than 5,000 people have been infected. At 1,459, Liberia has the highest number of deaths and has more than 2,500 cases. In Guinea, where the outbreak began, 601 people have died and they're dealing with over 900 patients. Now, the disease has killed 562 people in Sierra Leone and more than 1,000 people there are infected. While in Nigeria, 8 people have died and there are just a handful of cases. And Senegal has managed to keep its numbers down with only 1 infected person recorded. Well, the UN Security Council has declared the outbreak in West Africa to be a threat to global peace and stability. The UN Secretary General says the virus demands international attention and he has launched an emergency health mission. Our diplomatic editor James Bays reports.
A unanimous vote by the UN Security Council in a rare meeting on a public health crisis. Their resolution pledges more international support for the fight to stop the spread of Ebola. It's a fight the UN Secretary-General says the world is currently losing.
The outbreak is the largest the world has ever seen. The number of cases is doubling every 3 weeks. There will soon be more cases in Liberia alone than in the 4-decade history of the disease.
He's calling for a 20-fold increase in funding to combat Ebola, a total of $1 billion. And he's setting up a new UN mission.
This unprecedented situation requires unprecedented steps to save lives and safeguard peace security. Therefore, I have decided to establish a United Nations Emergency Health Mission.
Right now, as I speak,
the Security Council then heard first-hand testimony from a doctor in Liberia who's lost 2 of his cousins, both nurses, to the disease. Jackson Naima says his hospital is having to turn patients away.
We are trying to treat as many as we can, but there are not nearly enough treatment centers and beds. We have to turn people away, and they are dying at our front gate.
The global effort to fight the disease is stepping up, and next week there'll be a summit on Ebola here when world leaders gather in New York for the UN General Assembly. James Bays, Al Jazeera of the United Nations.